Hi, I'm Ileana. For 28 years, I've lived in the same two-story colonial on Maple Street, raised my daughter Maya there, and assumed I'd grow old watching grandchildren play in that backyard. I never imagined I'd open my door at 2 a.m. to find my beautiful daughter collapsed on my porch, her face bruised and her spirit broken. But let me back up. 3 years ago, Maya married Derek Townsend. Handsome, charming Derek with his investment banking job and perfect smile. I remember standing in her bedroom on her wedding day, adjusting her veil. "Mom, did you feel this nervous when you married Dad?" Maya had asked, her fingers trembling as she applied her lipstick. "Honey, I was terrified. But that's normal when you're about to spend your life with someone," I'd replied, watching her in the mirror. "Your father was worth every butterfly. Derek's different than Dad, though. Sometimes he gets so intense. Last week, he threw his phone when a client backed out of a deal." I'd paused, hairpin suspended midair. "Threw it at you?" No, just across the room. He apologized immediately, bought me those sapphire earrings I wanted." Maya had laughed, but it didn't reach her eyes. "It's just pressure from work." "Maya, sweetheart, that's not—" "Mom, please. Not today. He loves me. That's all that matters." I'd let it go. The biggest mistake of my life. 2 months ago, Maya stopped coming to our Sunday dinners. Our daily phone calls dwindled to brief texts. When I'd visit, Derek was always there, answering questions before she could. "How's the new promotion treating you, Maya?" I'd asked during my last visit. "She's overwhelmed," Derek had interrupted, squeezing her shoulder. "Too much responsibility too soon, right, babe?" Maya had nodded, eyes down. "Yeah, overwhelming." "Actually," I asked Maya, I'd said, trying to keep my tone light. Derek's smile hadn't wavered. "We're a team. I know what's best for her." After I'd left, I called my best friend Sophia. "Something's wrong with Maya and Derek." "Specifics, Ileana. What exactly are you seeing?" Sophia had always been the practical one. "He interrupts her, controls the conversation. She seems smaller somehow." "Have you asked her directly?" "She deflects, changes the subject." "Keep trying. She'll talk when she's ready." "What if something happens before she's ready?" "You can't force it, ILI. She'll just pull away more." I'd hung up uneasy. A week later, my doorbell rang at 2 a.m. When I opened the door, Maya collapsed into my arms, her eyes swollen shut, blood caked under her nose. "Maya, what happened? Who did this?" I'd cried, though I already knew. "He found texts," she whispered, her voice raspy. "From Alex at work. They were just about a project, Mom. Nothing else." "Derek did this? Because of texts?" She nodded, wincing. "He's been seeing someone from his office, Marissa, for months. When I confronted him, he said I was probably cheating too. Then he saw the texts and just snapped." I helped her to the couch, hands shaking with rage. "We're calling the police." "No, he'll lose everything. His job, He hit you, Maya. He deserves to lose everything." The doorbell rang again. I peered through the peephole to see Derek, his expression a mask of contrition. "Maya!" he called through the door. "Baby, I'm sorry. Let me explain." I turned to my daughter, whose eyes had gone wide with terror. "Don't open it," she whispered. "Please, Mom." In that moment, looking at my daughter's battered face, I made a decision. Derek Townsend would pay for what he'd done. Not with hasty confrontation, but with calculated justice. The next morning, Officer Bennett sat at my kitchen table while Maya described the attack. Her voice grew stronger with each detail. "After I mentioned the text from Marissa, he grabbed my phone," Maya explained, hands cupped around her coffee mug. "When he saw Alex's name, something changed in his eyes." "Did he say anything?" Officer Bennett asked, her pen poised above her notepad. He said, "So this is why you've been distant. You're screwing your coworker." Maya's voice cracked. "I tried to show him the messages were about work, but he threw my phone against the wall. Then he grabbed my hair and—" She touched her bruised cheek. "We'll need those texts as evidence," Officer Bennett said gently. "Both sets, and photos of your injuries." "I have everything," I interjected. "I took pictures last night and backed up her phone." Officer Bennett nodded approvingly. Smart move, Ileana. We'll need witness statements too. Anyone who observed concerning behavior previously? My friend Sophia. She came to dinner last month when Derek knocked over a glass because Maya mentioned working late with her team. My colleague Rachel, too, Maya added. She saw him grab my arm in the parking lot when he surprised me at work. Good. I'll contact them both. Officer Bennett leaned forward. Maya, this isn't just assault. With documented threats and a pattern of controlling behavior, we're looking at domestic violence charges. My phone rang. Derek's father, James. I should take this, I said, stepping into the living room. Ileana, what the hell is going on? James demanded. Derek says Maya's making up stories. Making up stories? James, I saw her face. Your son did that. There must be some misunderstanding. Derek said she was hysterical, that she felt— She didn't fall! My voice rose sharply. He hit her! Because she caught him cheating and then he accused her of doing the same thing. Now hold on. Derek's always had a temper, but he would never— A temper? You knew he had a temper, and you never thought to mention this before they got married. James faltered. Everyone has flaws, Ileana. His mother and I raised him better than— Clearly not, I snapped. Your son is an abuser, James. Maya's filing charges. Don't be hasty. Let's sit down, talk this through as a family. The time for talking was before he put his hands on my daughter. I hung up and returned to the kitchen where Sophia had arrived, sitting beside Maya with an arm around her shoulders. James thinks we should talk it through, I said bitterly. Sophia snorted. Classic. Men always want to talk when one of their own gets caught. I've seen enough cases to know what happens next, Officer Bennett said. He'll apologize, promise to change, maybe even cry. Don't fall for it. I won't, Maya whispered. We need a plan, I said. Restraining order first. Already processing, Officer Bennett confirmed. We'll also need to gather any evidence of previous incidents. What about his mistress? Sophia asked. Could she have information? Maya looked up. Marissa, maybe. They've been together at least 3 months. I'll see if she's willing to talk, Officer Bennett said. Sometimes the other woman doesn't know he's abusive and will cooperate when she finds out. In the meantime, I said, Maya stays with me. We change her phone number, lock down social media, and document everything. And if Derek shows up here? Sophia asked. Then we get him for violating the restraining order, Officer Bennett answered. Each violation strengthens our case. As we finalized our strategy, my doorbell rang. Through the peephole, I saw Derek, his expression a mixture of anger and practiced remorse. It's him, I whispered. Officer Bennett stood. Perfect timing. Let's see how he handles official involvement. Officer Bennett opened the door, blocking Derek's view inside. Mr. Townsend, I'm Officer Bennett. I'm here taking a domestic violence report. Derek's practiced smile faltered. There's been a misunderstanding. I just need to speak with my wife. Your wife is giving a statement about last night's assault. Assault? That's ridiculous. She fell during an argument. I stepped into view. She fell? Is that your story, Derek? His eyes narrowed. Ileana, this is between Maya and me. You've always interfered in our marriage. Interfered? My daughter showed up bleeding on my doorstep. She's exaggerating. We had a disagreement about Marissa? I interrupted. Or about you accusing Maya of cheating when you're the one with a mistress? Derek's facade cracked. She told you that? What else has she been lying about? Maya appeared behind me. I'm not lying, Derek. Not about Marissa, not about what you did. Baby, come home. We can work this out. His voice softened to the charm I once admired. It was one mistake. You know I love you. Love? Maya's voice trembled. You split my lip and blackened my eye. You pushed me. You were hysterical, accusing me. Stop lying, Maya shouted. I showed you the work texts. You didn't care. You just wanted an excuse. Mr. Townsend, Officer Bennett interjected. I suggest you leave now. This is absurd. I have a right to speak to my wife. Not when there's an emergency protective order being processed, Officer Bennett replied. Any further contact could result in your arrest. You're filing against me? Derek's attention snapped to Maya. After everything I've done for you, I gave you a beautiful home, supported your career. You isolated me from my friends. Maya countered, checked my phone, criticized everything from my clothes to my laugh. That's not true. Tell her, Maya. Tell her how good we are together. We're not good together, Derek. We never were. Derek's expression darkened. You ungrateful bitch. You think anyone else would put up with your neediness? Your insecurities? Step back, Mr. Townsend, Officer Bennett warned. This is your doing, he snarled at me. You've always hated me. I never hated you, Derek. I just never knew you. The real you. You'll regret this, he threatened, pointing at Maya. Both of you. I'll make sure you have nothing when I'm done. Is that a threat? Officer Bennett asked sharply. It's a promise, Derek snapped. I have friends in this town. Connections. Your little career will be over. And there it is, Sophia said, recording with her phone. Threats on video. Derek lunged forward suddenly, reaching for the phone. Officer Bennett intercepted, twisting his arm behind his back. Derek Townsend, you're under arrest for assault and making threats. You have the right to remain silent. As Officer Bennett led him to her patrol car, Derek shouted over his shoulder, This isn't over, Maya, you hear me? This isn't over! We watched in silence as the patrol car pulled away. You did it, I whispered to Maya. You stood up to him. She nodded, tears streaming. What happens now? Now, Sophia said, putting an arm around her. We make sure he never hurts you again. 6 months later, we sat in the courtroom as the judge delivered Derek's sentence. 18 months for domestic violence and violation of protective orders, plus mandatory anger management and counseling. All rise, the bailiff called as the judge exited. Outside in the hallway, Maya let out a long breath. It's really over. You did this, I told her, squeezing her hand. Your strength made this happen. We did it together, she corrected. I couldn't have faced him without you all. Sophia hugged her. I'm so proud of you, sweetie. Not many women have the courage to see this through. Miss Davis? We turned to see James Townsend approaching hesitantly. Maya, he said, I want to apologize. I should have believed you from the start. A bit late for that, I muttered. Mom, Maya cautioned before addressing James. Thank you for testifying. I know how difficult that was. James nodded, eyes downcast. I kept making excuses for him, just like his mother and I did his whole life. Maybe if we'd been stricter, gotten him help sooner. That's on you, Sophia said bluntly. Not Maya. I know. James sighed. Derek asked me to give you a message. He says he's changed in prison, that he wants another chance when he gets out. Maya stiffened. No, never. He seemed sincere this time. My client isn't interested, interrupted Rachel, Maya's attorney. Any contact violates the permanent restraining order. That includes messages through third parties. I understand. I just thought, you thought wrong, I said firmly. Please respect that this chapter is closed. James nodded sadly and walked away. Officer Bennett joined us. How are you holding up? Better than expected, Maya replied. I keep waiting to feel guilty about pressing charges, but I don't. Good. You have nothing to feel guilty about. What about Marissa? I asked. Any word? Left town after her testimony. Smart move. She got a taste of his temper when she tried to break things off. Lucky escape, Sophia commented. Not luck, Officer Bennett corrected. Maya's courage in coming forward warned her before it escalated. We exited the courthouse into bright sunshine. For the first time in months, Maya's smile reached her eyes. I'm thinking of accepting that job offer in Chicago, she announced. Chicago? That's wonderful, I exclaimed, though my heart ached at the thought of her moving. It's only a few hours' drive, Maya said, reading my expression. And I'll need help finding an apartment. Count me in, Sophia volunteered. I have a cousin in Lincoln Park who knows all the good neighborhoods. What about Sunday dinners? I asked softly. We'll do video calls until I'm settled, Maya promised. Then you can visit, or I'll drive back. This isn't goodbye, Mom. It's a new beginning. Later that evening, Maya and I sat on my porch swing, watching fireflies emerge in the dusk. Do you think I'm running away? She asked suddenly. No, sweetheart. You're running toward something. There's a difference. I keep thinking about other women going through this. Women who don't have a support system like I did. You could help them, share your story. She nodded thoughtfully. Maybe I will. As darkness settled around us, I realized we'd both been changed by Derek. Not broken as he intended, but forged stronger. Maya would carry scars, but also wisdom. And I had learned that justice, real justice, isn't about revenge at all. It's about reclaiming what was taken: safety, dignity, and the freedom to write your own next chapter. What would you do if someone you loved came to your door in the middle of the night, bearing the marks of betrayal? Would you have the courage to stand beside them, no matter how difficult the path to justice?